Alright, Hummer H2 team, I want to discuss with you guys tips on how to work on these crossbars. It's going to be a quick video. Let's dive in. Quickly, we're starting off, we're working on a 2005 Hummer H2. This is a non-moonroof option. Quick little bit of history. When this moonroof came out, it was the largest ever in production. Let's jump up top. Here we go. CE005. You want to look to see what number your code is to get this open. There's a lock on this side, lock on the other side. When it comes to this up here, this can come off. I would definitely recommend putting some plastic adhesive stripping down to make sure this does not come off. Mine in the rear actually came off one time when I was driving, and it was slapping against the rear of the vehicle. So definitely something to keep in mind. You've got 20 of these marks. They run all the way to the rear of the vehicle. You can see there's an arrow right here to indicate the position that you have selected. There's actually some verbiage here from the factory for where you should locate the arrow, depending on if it is a moonroof option or non-moonroof option. In some of these vehicles, there's actually 3 crossbars. Some of the limited edition vehicles have a light bar in the front. I've seen some guys actually add crossbars. You can actually pick these up relatively inexpensive and add a crossbar in the middle or 2 crossbars. I actually think 4 crossbars looks really good on the SUT version. When you're picking up your vehicle, give it a shake. Maybe every, I don't know, 2,000 miles, just hop up here, put your hand on here, give it a shake. Make sure, you want to make sure these are stable. I've actually seen them, for my vehicle in particular, it was so loose that I can't believe they hadn't fallen off. I was probably the first person to ever really work on these for the life of this vehicle. And it was so loose, these things could have fallen off. Major safety hazard. We want to avoid any type of final destination moments that we can. Right here, this actually can become extremely tight. I actually had to use a plumber's wrench to get this loose, and it'll rust under here. What it is there's 2 hooks. One here, there's another hook over here. Right here. I'll show you guys in a minute. And the track actually isn't right here. The track is underneath. Something to keep in mind. Again, I'll try to get a better vision of the track when we get into the rear. There's 2 screws, one here, one here. When you're putting these back on, you do not want to have these fully seated until you're in position, until you've decided your mark. The reason is you won't be able to actually push this back, from what I can remember. So definitely something to keep in mind. Okay, let's head to the rear now. Okay, let's head to the rear. Okay, so when it comes to taking off these roof racks, there's a screw here. You want to take these off. You're going to take off your rear cover so that doesn't get damaged. This piece right here is funny to take off. You have to pry it from the rear, and from what I can remember, there's like a tab on the side right here. And I remember it kind of comes up, and I believe you kind of push inwards. It was really funny because the videos in the past that I watched on YouTube they weren't good. They didn't help me out. So when you're taking this off, there's a tab here and there's another one up here. All right, so let me get a better angle for you guys, see if we can come into the rear. Here we go. All right. Okay, I'll get it down. You can barely see it. There's 2 hooks. There's one hook directly beneath this. And then the other hook is located, I guess it'd be like right here. This camera angle's jacked. All right, let me try again. All right. There's 2 hooks. The track that you're gonna be hooking it on is right here. It's gonna be actually hooking underneath. It's like a circle hook like this that comes up. And now that I'm looking at mine, this one is really tight, and the one in the front actually is not. Zoom out. It actually looks like it could tighten up a little bit. So Again, I would check these every few thousand miles just to make sure, you know, they haven't come loose. Just give them a shake. There's definitely some preventative maintenance. If you have any questions regarding this process, or if you want to see something from a different angle, you know, leave a comment. I actually would recommend this being a two-person job. You know, when you take these off, you're going to loosen this. You have to take the key off right here, pull off the weather stripping, and then those two screws up there, those will be rusted up. You can take the crossbars off, hand them down to someone, and that's how I would be doing it in the future. So a little job like this, you'd be surprised, can definitely take longer than expected.